Penal Code Section 594 defines the crime of vandalism in California. Vandalism is defined as the malicious defaming or destroying of somebody else's property. Penal Code Section 594A is the misdemeanor version of vandalism, and that's for crimes under $400, damage to somebody else's property under $400. And Penal Code Section 594B is a wobbler. That means it's for damage over $400, and it could be charged either as a misdemeanor or a felony, depending on the circumstances and the defendant's background and prior record. Now, let me give you some examples of vandalism that I've personally dealt with, cases that I've dealt with. In one particular case, there was a very large man. He went to Jack in the Box. He ordered a bunch of hamburgers at 3 in the morning after he had about 26 beers. They were light beers, but they were light. And his burgers came back cold and inedible. And when he gave his card back to get refunded, the teller was very slow and very provoking of him. And so he smashed the window of the Jack in the Box. Now, it was hard to defend him because it was all caught on camera, but they did charge him with the felony, and they said that window cost $1,200 to replace. Now, I found the exact same window for $350 on the internet, and when I showed it to the judge, he reduced it from a felony to a misdemeanor. That's one example. Another example was a business owner who got in a fight with his partner, and in the midst of that fight, he went and he kicked some file cabinets very hard, causing damage to the file cabinets. The other business partner called the police, and the police came, and he was charged with vandalism. Well, we were able to successfully argue in that case that because he was a part owner of that business, he had damaged his own property and not somebody else's property. Case dismissed. Now, a lot of vandalism crimes are subject to a civil compromise, which means that, for example, let's say I go and I tag somebody's house, I spray paint it. I could come to a private agreement with that person, subject to the judge's approval, of course, that I pay for the damages, and then we both go together to the judge and say, Judge, this is taken care of, please dismiss the case. If the judge agrees, he can do it. Vandalism misdemeanors are also subject to misdemeanor diversion based on the judge's discretion. That's a 2021 law in California. So, vandalism is a crime in California. It's very defensible. If it's not defensible, you're looking at up to a year in jail for misdemeanors, and for felony, up to 3 years in prison. So it's very much worth fighting your vandalism case. It can be won, it can be reduced.